Hello friends. In the previous video we have discussed the floral part and its different structures of the floral organs, that's essential and the non-essential organs. So when the fertilization occurs, zygote will be formed and it will undergo to forms the fruit. Okay, the today's topic is on fruit. What is a fruit? Fruit is nothing but the fertilized ripened ovary with or the without seed, that is called as a fruit. There are different types of fruits are there. After the fertilization, the ovary is converted into a fruit and the ovules in the ovary that is converted into a seeds. So usually there are two types of seeds, that's the true seeds and the false seed. The true seeds are developed from the ovary itself, and false fruits are they are developed from the other part of the flower, that may be a thalamus or maybe some floral part or maybe sometime maybe from the calyx. So based on that, the true fruits again, there are different types of true fruits, that is first fruit is that is a usually the fruit consists of the wall, that is called as pericarp, and the center portion that consists of the seeds. These seeds will help for the germination of the plant. It act as a propagule. So first, coming to the classification of fruit, there are two types of fruit, that's a simple fruit and the multiple or the aggregated fruit. So sometimes they are also say simple fruit, aggregated fruit, or the composite fruit also, but very easily. So there are two types, that is simple and the aggregated fruits. Okay, the what are simple fruits? These are developed from the single ovary or the single flower with or without the axillary part. The simple fruits again, there are simple dry fruit and simple fleshy fruit. And again the dry fruit is divided into a dry dehiscent and the dry indehiscent fruit. Coming to the first, that is a simple uh, dry dehiscent fruit. So these are the generally called as dry fruit. They are after when the maturation they will undergo to the dehiscent or split, and the seed will be dispersing. Those fruits are called as simple dry fruit. The one is legume. How actually the legume will be formed? So all of you know that the legume is a commonly occur in case of the Leguminosae are a Papilionaceae fruit. So usually generally legume plants, they consist of these type of the fruits. For example, in case of pea or beans, these legume fruit will be formed. Follicle. The follicles are the similar to the legume, but they dehiscence only along a ventral structure. Example in case of the calotropes. So that's a common in case of Apocynaceae, Asclepidaceae, that follicle will be present. The siliqua, these are characterized by the family Brassicaceae, and it developed from the bicarpillary superior syncorpus ovary with the parietal placentation. Example, mustard, cabbage, they consist of this siliqua fruit. Next one is capsule. It is a many seeded fruit developed from the unicarpillary or bicarpillary syncorpus superior or inferior ovary. So for the capsules, the example is lady's finger. Next one is a laudicule. There are different types of laudicule. Capsule lauticules are there, septical and also the locidal capsules and centrifugal. So based on way how actually it will be get disperse. Okay, next is a dry indehiscent fruit. So what earlier we studied dry dehiscent, after drying it will be start dehiscent. The dry indehiscent, so these are the dry fruit, but they will not dehiscent, just they will disperse it. For example, one type is caryopsis. These are the small dry indehiscent fruit. Because of the unilocular superior ovary, they will have a monocarpic condition. So that's why they have that fruit are called caryopsis, especially in case of poaceae. That's a wheat, maize, rice. They consist of caryopsis, and usually the fruit are consist of the endosperm in the embryo. So next one is achenes. These are similar type of the caryopsis, but the pericarp and seed coat remains separate. That example mirabilis. The next one is cypsella. It is a one-seeded indehiscent fruit developed from the bicarpillary syncorpus inferior unilocular ovary. Example sunflower. So you have seen the head inflorescence. In the head they consist of ray and the disc florets. So when these florets will matures, they form a cypsella fruit. Next one is a nut. Nut is one seeded dry indehiscent fruit. Example is cashew nut. Next one is a samara, dry indehiscent fruit. So they are developed from the winged fruit. They are generally in case of terminaria or in case of pterocarpus, this type of fruit will be present. And next one is a dry schizocarpic fruit, that's a lomentum. So usually characterized by the family Mimosidae, and usually these are the lomentum, that means they have the wall like bulges will be there, just like a legume fruit. And the next one is cremocarp. This is characterized by apaca, and usually they are the dry seeded schizocarpic fruit, and they are formed with the inferior bicarpillary syncarpus ovary. Example coriander. Regma. So this is the specialized food developed from the polycarpillary syncarpus ovary. Example in case of castor. So like that, there are different types of fruits are developed. That's a dry fruit and dry dehiscent and indehiscent. Next one is a fleshy fruit. Dry fruit, fleshy fruit. Fleshy fruits, these are the succulent or the fleshy fruit, and usually they will juicy in nature. So types of these simple fleshy fruit are the drupe. It is a one seeded fleshy fruit developed from the monocarpillar superior or inferior ovary. Example coconut, mango, arecanut, all are comes under the drupe. So usually the best in case of mango, monocarpillary unilocular superior ovary will there. In case of coconut, syncarpus superior tricarpillary syncarpus ovary will be there. So like that there will be a different. So this is the picture showing that the drupe, and also this is the balasta, and usually hesperidium will be there, and pepo. These are all the fleshy fruit. Next one is berry. So this is a type of fleshy fruit in which the multicarpillary ovary containing one or more seeds. Example tomato, guava, all of you seen the tomato. So just you can cut it on the tomato very easily, so you can raise what is a berry inflorescence. So next one is pepper. It is characterized by, in case of cucurbitaceae, they are developed from the inferior tricarpillary syncorpus unilocular ovary. Next one is hesperidium. This is characterized by the family Rutaceae. Generally, all citrus plant consist of fruit as hesperidium. Here the very characteristic, that's axial presentation will be there. Epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp will be there. So usually epicarp and mesocarp fuse to form a skin, that's called as rind, and usually endocarp is folded and projected inward to form a distinct chamber. So sometimes these are edible portion of the fruit. Example lemon, orange. Next one is pome. It is developed from the inferior multicarpillary syncorpus ovary. The example is pear or apple. Next one balasta. Many chambered, many seeded inferior fruit like berry that will be formed, that is called as balasta, and amphicera. So these are some other fruits. The next category is aggregated. Dry fruit, fleshy fruit. The next second one is a aggregated fruit. These aggregated fruit generally are formed by the inflorescence having the multiple ovaries. That's aggregated of fruits. So usually iterio of follicles, iterio of achenes, and iterio of drupe, and iterio of berries. So what happens, the drupe, aggregated of drupe is called iterio of drupe, and usually example raspberry. And itery of berries means these are the aggregated of the berries. Family Annonaceae is a best example. That's a Polyalthia longifolia. Polyalthia is a, in case of these itery of berries will be formed. And usually the multiple, that is a Sorosis and Synchons. These are the specialized fruit. Sorosis is usually the spike inflorescence will be from the Sorosis. The example is pineapple, jackfruit. Synchonous, it is a hypanthodium inflorescence. What actually you have observed in the previous class, hypanthodium inflorescence, that is a multiple fruit, and that will develop the synchronous fruit. So like that, there are different types of the fruit form with the various with the inflorescence. Usually inflorescence, flower and the fruit are interconnected. So fruit, simple fruit, aggregated fruit. In the simple fruit, dry fruit and the fleshy fruit, and aggregated fruit and the multiple fruits. Okay, this is an overview of the types of fruits and the significance of fruit. Fruit will help for the reproduction in plant, and also the fruits will provide the nutritious to the human beings. Okay, so this is an account of the fruits. Okay, so I hope you will get the concept. So if you have doubt, so you can clarify with that.